Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general weekly reading for Sagittarius placements. So if you have Sagittarius as your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury or North Node in your birth chart, this reading will be for you. Everything that you need to know can be found in the description box below. So we're going to get into your reading. Angels of Love and Light, could you please have clear and concise messages for Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and North Node? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear for the current energies of this week for the 28th to the 3rd of July 2025? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Please and thank you. Just cutting up the deck for you now. Now, as I was shuffling, I saw the Four of Cups and also the Eight of Wands, okay? So maybe you guys have been feeling a bit fed up, right? There's been a lot that you've been contending with your day-to-day life, and there's this energy to do with feeling bored and restless and tired, and you've wanted things to pick up, you've wanted a particular change to take place, you've wanted, momentum here, you've wanted growth, you've wanted progression, and I feel that, you know, you've been very patient. You've been very patient for this to all come through for you, and I feel that it's coming in through for you either this week or very, very soon. And I got highlighted some to say in regards to 8 days, the 8th of August, and the next 4 weeks, okay? So until the end of August, right? So throughout the whole of Leo season, there's something significant about these particular time frames. Now, I don't usually pick up on time frames, but that is a message for somebody. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Wands. Wow, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so 44 or 444 is significant. Seven of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius coming through with that. Okay, so yeah, there is a change that's coming. You have felt stuck. You have felt restricted in some sort of way. Maybe your finances haven't been in necessarily the best shape, okay? There's been a lot of budgeting and trying to save, or living paycheck to paycheck, or not been able to afford of certain things or pay off whatever it is that you need, right? Um, and I feel that there's something about this particular week that is going to change all of that, or in the very near future. Now, some of you could be starting a new job soon, getting promoted, getting a bonus, right? Or there's something about your business that improves substantially, is what I'm hearing. And so, therefore, you're going from the Four of Pentacles to the Nine and the King, which is absolutely a massive jump, okay? And this is going to make you feel really good, okay? It's going to give you that boost that you've needed. So yeah, my ear is ringing. Oh, my ear is ringing, my left ear, very high pitched. So obviously I read energy rather than gender or sex, and we all have masculine feminine energy within us, but with me having that on the left hand side of my body, that's the receiving energy. So you are receiving something in this particular week or in the near future, that is going to be really very positive for you. And I'm hearing like give you the kickstart that you need. Okay, so whether that's soon you're starting this new job, and you love the job, like you feel settled there, you're going to really enjoy it, and it's going to be more like perks or financially than you've ever made before, and so therefore you're able to feel a lot more comfortable, and not having to struggle as much, right? But the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is an energy to do with being more than self-sufficient, independent, free, liberated in some way. So there may have been a lot of times or a lot of things, that you've not been able to do of what it is that you've wanted to do, or go where you wanted to go, or see who you wanted to see, or have more fun. You've been limiting yourself. because of mostly to do with the financial aspect of it all, right? It's not because you haven't wanted or felt like doing of these things. It's because, you know, material things have not necessarily added up in order for you to go out and explore and you live life the way that you wish to. So I feel like there's something that's really improving significantly here, which is really great news. Really, really great news for you. Okay. So what's going on here, please? And thank you for Sagittarius. Queen of Pentacles. Guys, we've had the 9, we've had the King, and now the Queen. Okay. Very, very beautiful cards coming through. You've probably had to mend and make do. You've been making sacrifices. You know, you've made the best of what it is that you've got. You're very grateful and appreciative, but it's like you've definitely not been able to live the life that you wish to live in the way you want to wish to live it, right? Okay, that's what I keep getting. 9 of Wands. But this looked like it was a bit tricky, right? Because it kind of looked like it wanted to come out reversal. So you have been feeling tired, you've been feeling burnt out, completely exhausted, right? I'm not sure how much further I can really go in regards to this, or how much more I can take of this, or how much longer I can really wait for this. So maybe there's been like a certain deadline or a date that you've been waiting that's been kind of looming like ever closer, but it's like it can't get here quick enough. And now that it's actually about to happen, it's like you can have this sigh of relief because it's about to happen for you and you know that it is. And you're kind of like nervous about it, but excited, but just nervous, right? I'm getting like butterflies in the stomach type of thing, but nothing to be like concerned or worried about or stressed over. I feel like actually this is a really positive thing. 8 of Swords. Okay, you've been in your feelings a lot about the lack of finances or having difficulty with that. You had always known that things were going to be improving and getting better for you, but you would doubt yourself whether something was going to come into fruition. But I'm hearing a dream is being realized with this 10 of Cups. And I'm hearing it will all be cracked out to be exactly the way that you thought, or even better, which is interesting. Because sometimes when we reach a certain goal or an aspiration or have a particular dream that comes into fruition, it's not quite matches to how we have it in our minds in regards to the fantasy of having of that particular thing. It's like, for instance, you may have like a certain role model or a celebrity, and it's like, gosh, I would love to meet this person one day, or shake their hand, or, you know, tell them I'm a fan or whatever, right? And then you go to meet this particular person, or you bump into them, or there's something, and then you end up having a completely different type of interaction to what you had built up in your mind as to how it was going to go, and then it didn't necessarily go what the way that you thought that it would have done. And, you know, they may end up being quite rude or quite defensive, or they're saying I haven't got time to sign this, or they won't take a picture with you or do or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, that's a massive shame, because there's that saying of like never to really meet your idols or something like that. Okay, so I'm getting that kind of translated into this other context about like, with whatever this is working out for you, you've been unsure as to whether you've just been hyping it up so much and then it's going to be a bit deflating once it actually happens. But I'm hearing that's all in your head, and that's not true. Okay. So it's important to, I'm hearing, go in with an open mind to do with whatever this is. Interesting. So what's going on here, please, and thank you for Sagittarius? We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy. And then we have the Magician. Wow. Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio. We have Temperance, which is you underneath. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Wands with the 4 of Cups. It's interesting because you've wanted this change and you've wanted to be able to charge forward, but as it's getting closer, it's like, oh, actually, maybe this feels a bit all too quick, right? But this is something that you have actually been wanting, you've been waiting, you've been wishing for, and now that it's actually here and it's about to happen, it's like you want to go for it, but then in the same instance, it's like you're like, oh gosh, am I actually really genuinely ready for this? So it's like having that hesitation before actually, taking that leap of faith, as it were, to start something off for yourself, or have momentum on something, right? Okay, interesting. Let's look into this a bit more. What's going on here, please, and thank you. I actually got guided to say, like, it could even be in terms to do with a connection, like maybe romantically. I mean, you and someone may not even had of anything romantic, right? Um, but it's like maybe there's been a long time where not much has happened and you've kind of been retreating back from each other. There's been a lot that's been unsaid, but there's unfinished business. And so, therefore, I feel like what's potentially manifesting is a chance to communicate with each other, or a message is coming through, or you could be the one sending of this. And there is apprehension and nervousness surrounding about this getting together, but I'm hearing actually it's going to go a lot better than you think and feel that it will, right? But you're not necessarily sure as to how this is naturally going to unfold. But I'm hearing it's going to be fine. Yeah, Six of Wands. I didn't even see that there. It's going to work out. It's going to be better than you think and feel that it will, with the Sun, Leo energy. So it's going to be great. Okay. I mean, yeah, at first there may be a little bit of guardedness, especially if there has been some sort of previous, transgressions between the two of you and it's been a bit awkward, or there's been a long time of not really communicating, or if there has been the odd communication, it's been, you know, very small amounts, okay, or more like a small talk, like a hi, how are you, or how's your day, and not really like a full-on, proper, in-depth conversation and like properly catching up, or knowing a bit more about what's going on in this person's life, etc. But I'm hearing that could be something that's being rectified soon with the judgment and justice, more Sagittarius and Justice Libra energy. I'm now getting guided to say something about the Mars in Libra transit. I do believe that might be from next week. We currently have Mars in Virgo as of right now, so it could be something to do with next week. Okay. But anyway, if you guys know the transit dates for Mars being in Libra, I'd really appreciate it if you can put it down in the comments. What else is going on here, please, for Sagittarius? Wow, the Fool. Okay, Aries energy. So what's going on here, please, for Sagittarius? What else? Nine of Swords. The Star. Aquarius energy. I do believe that after next week, we have the full moon in Aquarius, which is on the 9th. So interestingly, I'm kind of filming this at the end of July, and the next 9 days may be a bit testing, maybe a little bit challenging to say the least, as we're leading up into this full moon in Aquarius, especially if you have a heavy Aquarius placements, right? But then I'm hearing after that it's pretty much smooth sailing on, throughout. Okay, yeah, then it's fine with the world. So there's something about the next 9-10 days or so that may feel a little bit much here, right? Maybe feeling a bit full on, but I'm hearing after that it's all gonna kind of settle down a little bit, and then I'm hearing you can actually have a bit more fun, or enjoy yourself a little bit more, or settle into something that's come through for you, especially if it's like a wish fulfillment. Um, a wish fulfillment that comes in really soon. But I'm hearing up until then there may be a few tower moments. Aries, Scorpio energy. there are a few things that are going to be shaken up first and foremost, which I'm not surprised, because I do believe that Chiron has now gone retrograde in the sign of Aries, the wounded healer. We already have Saturn and Neptune retrograding in the sign of Aries. We also have Mercury retrograde in the sign of Leo. Uranus, not that long ago, had moved into Gemini. We do have the Venus in Cancer transit this week, for the next few weeks. And there's something to do with Pluto being in Aquarius that could also be in retrograde as well, but I'm not necessarily sure. If you guys can put it in the comments. I mean, I'm not an astrologer, right? I'm no expert, but I do have a keen interest in these particular things. So if you guys know quite a bit about it, then I'd really appreciate it in the comments. That'd be wonderful. Look at that, the moon. What was I saying about the full moon in Aquarius? Okay, so yeah, there's obviously something here to do with the full moon. Look at that with the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. So there could be something illuminated surrounding family, property, assets, money, maybe health, career, business. And then I just saw the Eight of Wands again. So there's definitely something picking up or changing. Oh gosh, guys, as well. Yeah, again, Eight of Wands, Leo energy. We're currently now in the Lionsgate portal. I do believe that it just started up a couple of days ago or a day ago, I'm not sure. And then it's kind of like peaking on the 8/8 portal, 8th of August, and then it's kind of open for a few more days after that, like the 11th. So, and I do believe on the 11th of August, Mercury retrograde actually finishes off as well, and then goes into the post shadow for the next couple of weeks after. So yeah, there's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on. But let's get into this a bit more. Sorry, I kind of got distracted with all the astrology and everything else. So maybe you're someone that's reading up on it, or wanting to take a course in it or something, or you have a business in it, right? Because it keeps coming up. What's going on? Ace of Cups, beautiful. Love this. Two of Cups. King of Cups. Blimey, what? Jeez. Guys, is there something happening in regards to a romantic relationship? Is there somebody coming in, right? Somebody new, or somebody from the past, or I just heard both. I mean, strong possibility here. There could be somebody that's getting ready to showcase some deep feelings. Okay, they may have been in their head about it before, but this person could be getting ready to say to you how much you actually genuinely mean to them, and that I'm hearing they really do care about you. Wow. Is there something surrounding love for Sagittarius placements? Seven of Wands. The Emperor, Aries energy. Five of Wands. King of Wands. And the Hanged Man. With the Nine of Cups again. Five of Cups, Ten of Wands, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups, gosh, Page, and the Ace. Wow. Okay, so if there is something about love, right? If it's potentially a person coming back around in your life, which wouldn't be surprising because still Mercury retrograde, right? If this person, and yourself didn't necessarily have very much unfold between the two of you in the past for one reason or another, okay? I'm hearing it's complicated, okay? Then this person okay, two messages. If there is somebody that this person's already dealing with right now, if they are in a commitment already with someone or seeing of someone, okay, um, then they have felt, wow, okay, yeah, they have felt basically that it's not really working out with this other person, okay, and I'm hearing getting on my nerves, like the whole situation's getting on my nerves. Like this person doesn't feel very much at peace with the situation. I'm hearing, compared to how they appear or how they look, right? Everything seems to be a certain way, but actually it's not. So, okay, for instance, if this person, right, your love interest was dealing with someone else or is dealing with somebody else, there may have been something that was brought up, like an argument, like something, your name may have even been mentioned, okay? And I'm hearing that what was being said about you was not very nice. And this person, even though that they're going out with or dealing with this person, right? Um, they basically put their foot down and said that they wouldn't kind of tolerate things being said about you, and that it was truly unnecessary for them to be, I'm hearing spouting off like that, like saying certain things about you, and that it was actually very unfair and unnecessary, and so they stopped it in its tracks, and it made this person see whoever was saying of these things in a different light, and this person is now realizing that they made a choice, and I'm hearing it was the wrong choice with conducting themselves with this other person. And so they may have had an argument, and that could have been the last straw. So they've decided to leave off that situation, or they've been planning to get out of this situation for a while, but been waiting for the right time to do so. Um, for one reason or another, whether that's because of practical matters, financial matters, or what have you, right? And this person actually is realizing they have these feelings for you that they may have not necessarily let you know of. And so they could be taking action to come through and communicate that their feelings that they have for you have not gone away, even if there has been a lot of time where you haven't been communicating with this person or dealing with this person, right? I'm hearing there's been no off switch. So it's like you're always on this person's mind. Um, they may have tried to move on and be with this other person and thought that everything was kind of working out at one point, but I'm hearing the honeymoon period is finished. Not necessarily like a honeymoon as in regards to when you get married and you have a honeymoon, but I mean the honeymoon phase. Like it just, there's something about it that has not worked out. That's all I want to say. So therefore this person could basically be awakening to the fact that even though you've not been around, you're you're still on their mind, okay, basically. So they could be letting you know relatively soon that they want more with you. And obviously what you do with this whole scenario is going to be down to you with your own sense of discernment. Make sure not to rush of anything, right? Do of anything too impulsive. Just take your time, because obviously, you know, if this person has literally just broken up with this person, right, they're going to need a chance to heal from whatever they've been dealing with before having something more exclusive with you. But I feel like you're going to have an important decision to make about a romantic connection, but also I feel like there's a possibility of somebody new coming into your life relatively soon. Um, and actually, I'm hearing not just one person. I feel like there are quite a few people that are going to showcase a sense of interest. And you may be feeling a bit more ready to put yourself out there to date if you are single, right? I mean, some of you may have been completely thrown off the idea for a while. Like, that's the last thing you've wanted to do because you wanted other things to work out in your favor and feel more settled, maybe materially or financially, or with your business or with your health, or whatever reason that it could be. But love hadn't been really at the forefront. But I'm hearing that love is definitely coming into being more of a focal point for you in the near future. Okay, right, guys. So basically, that's all the messages I'm picking up on. Um, take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. But we have strong Pisces, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio. We do have Aquarius. We have Earth. We have water, fire. Pretty much all the signs, to be honest, right? So 999, 222, 555, 444, 777, 1010, 66, 88 may be important here. But that's going to be the end of the reading. So I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much for those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. So thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video and you don't miss out on future updates or content on the channel. But I hope you have a very good week, and sending love and light your way. Many blessings. Please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.